A warm welcome everybody from a venue that has seen plenty of sensational laps over the years. Remember Verstappen in 23, Vettel in 2019, some phenomenal pole laps. But whose will it be today?
Hello everybody and welcome back to my F1 24 career mode journey. Season 2, round 2. We are at Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix. If you haven't seen the last installment, do be sure to check that one out before you see this one. Well, it was a close battle at the front throughout the first half of the Grand Prix, but then an unexpected twist in the race occurred when Charles Leclerc undercut the lot of us, and throughout the second half of the race I played the team game and protected the 1-2 for Ferrari. The win was definitely on and we definitely had the pace to do it, but you know, at the end of the day I feel like Leclerc could have lost P2 and then fallen further down the field if I didn't protect his rear. So that's the race I did. That's the play I went for. The team game. And in the end, we came away from Australia with a 1-2 with Charles Leclerc winning. But will that change here? Can I grab a victory here? We have had some upgrades fitted to the car, and they're going to bring us closer to the front running pace. But at the moment, it has to be said, I think overall Red Bull still has the fastest car and we are chasing. But as the season progresses, I intend to give chase and try and dislodge them from the front. It wasn't a particularly strong race for Verstappen last time out either. I believe he finished in P7, even with the fastest car, so I wonder what he can do here. Well, I tell you what he is doing. He's impeding my lap. Cheers, Max. I mean, it's lucky that I'm making it through anyway, but yeah, thanks for that, Max. Appreciated. Very much appreciated. I mean, we've gone to the top of the timing, so I can't complain. I'm trying to stay out of everybody's way. I mean, we've got through Q1, no thanks to Max Verstappen. Lando Norris very close to our pace. Verstappen, though, topping it by 0.3 of a second. Ooh, that was a little bit pushing the limits there. Just finding out what the limits are and then going a little bit beyond them, but we got away with it. As we come out of Sector 1, it's looking quite competitive. However, we're now going through Sector 2. Round spoon curve. Oh, take as much curb as we dare there. Get on the throttle as early as possible. Head up the hill. It still looks like a reasonably good time so far as we cut the beam in Sector 2. Not purple, but it's still enough to be 0.6 up on Tsunoda. Where is this going to place us as we brake for the chicane? Feels like quite a decent lap. We had a 28.7 in Q1. This is going to be, I reckon, similar to that. It's another 28.7. Well, it's enough for P5, but Charles Leclerc is now the one bothering Max Verstappen. We lose Ocon. We lose Hamilton, Albon, Tsunoda and Zhou. Nearly losing it out of spoon curve, but I'm pushing as much as I can on this final qualifying lap. We're 0.2 up on Alonso, and Lando Norris, I believe, has taken the provisional pole time. We've done an 18.7 in Q1 and Q2. What's it? A 28.7, sorry. What's it gonna be? It's a 28.2, I think. Is it enough for pole? No! It is P4. We have qualified in P4 despite finding half a second. Who is it on pole? I think it might be Lando Norris. Yes, it is. It's a McLaren 1-2 on the grid with Verstappen third, Ware in fourth, and then it's Perez and Leclerc 5th and 6th. Well, this could get interesting in the race, couldn't it? Where have we seen that grid before?
Welcome along to the legendary Suzuka. This classic racetrack boasts a long history dating right back to 1962 when it was first opened. Will more history be written here today at the Japanese Grand Prix? Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday and he'll start from pole position. And Oscar Piastri completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Sunshine, Perez, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Russell, Sainz, Stroll, Ocon, Hamilton, Albon, Joe, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Teo Pourchaire, Gasly, Hulkenberg, and Yuki Tsunoda. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And alongside me a man, well, what more can I say? But he's a legend, Anthony Davidson. Now sadly things didn't work out for them last time, it was a bad race. Question is though, can they recover today?
Yes, they can, Crofty. You've got to put it behind you. Whatever happened last time, I was always told as a driver, park it, forget about it. Obviously, feel the pain when it happens, but then you can't dwell on it and carry that through to the next race. So put it behind you and just crack on with this race coming your way now.
A bad race? We were in P2. That wasn't really a bad race, but okay. Thanks for that one. Anyway, we're P4 on the grid. Starting on medium tyres. 27 laps of this Japanese Grand Prix. What can we do from here? We are underway, and those lights were so fast it caught me off guard. But we made a good start. Piastri not so strong away as Verstappen looking around the outside. And Charles Leclerc manages to nip a place around the outside of me. So from P6, he's made a really good start. Piastri and Verstappen are going side by side round sector 1. I think Max might win out of that one, but we'll wait and see how that ends up. And yeah, Max wins out, Piastri goes wide, and we've now got a bit of gain on Leclerc here, but we're not going to get through the inside there. But we have lost the place off the start. So, Lando Norris leads, Verstappen second, Piastri third, Leclerc fourth, I'm fifth, then it's Russell and Perez. Perez is getting eager for a look here, but I'm not going to let Perez have a go there of all places. I want to really try and stay with Charles Leclerc if we can. Although going deep there isn't going to help. Look, we're nearly out of DRS range here of our teammate, and that isn't going to help us as we go deep, and Sergio Perez does have a look, but we've got a better exit and he's just going to have to accept that. And Perez not able to get through this time, but I tell you this much, our race pace here isn't particularly strong, and we are under threat here from Sergio Perez and George Russell. In fact, the nearest car that isn't really a threat to us is the Aston Martin, so we've got to get a bit of a move on here. Also, Verstappen has taken off down the road, and now the big threat, if anything, is going to be Piastri being threatened by Leclerc, as Leclerc's going to have a look at having a go. But look at that, 9/10 off of the main pace here. That is staggering. And while we're nearly losing a place, Charles Leclerc is gaining a place down the inside of Oscar Piastri and moving into third. Perez is not thinking about it into 130R, but we have him covered. The reality here is we're just not fast enough. We don't really have the pace round here, and it shows. Leclerc is getting so much more from the car than what we are, and Sergio Perez is getting ready for another look into one, and I think this time Perez might just have the job done, but we're going to carry the speed into one and try and keep it going around the outside. Perez is side by side, but he's not going to be able to get through there. We keep the position, And this is Max Verstappen now all over the back of Lando Norris, going down the inside and taking the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix. And Verstappen, well, he's looked super quick, hasn't he? And I dare say he's going to pull away from this point. Here comes Russell again. He's having a look around the outside of 130R this time. Is he going to get it done? There's contact there. And I'm going to let Russell go. And Russell moving up into P5. But I might be able to take him coming down the straight. Am I going to have DRS or is he?
We're approaching the pit window.
No, I think Russell, well, no, neither of us have DRS. But you know what? Look at the run we've got on George Russell to go down the inside of turn 1 and retake that place. Oh no, gone wide out of the corner, and now Russell's going to have a look round the outside there. And warning collision. I didn't think I touched him, but okay. We still held on to the position anyway. But I am now 10 seconds behind my team, 11 seconds behind my teammate. That is depressing. And that's depressing. Verstappen setting a fastest lap of 1 minute 30.3. Our best at the moment is a 1:31.3. And I don't even think even now we're going to be even in the 1:30s. We're not. We're a full second off of that. That is just... that is quite demotivational, to be honest, to see that. And your heart does sink to see that your best effort in lap time is still a second slower than that of the leading pace. And Charles Leclerc now is getting ready to shape a move up on Lando Norris. He's going to go down the inside, and Leclerc moving up into second place. And given that we're struggling for pace, that doesn't bode well for us, does it? Well, it's been a fairly anonymous race, to say the least, but we've been able to hold on to the top 5. The chasing pack has closed in on us, and that's a mistake there that might allow Lewis Hamilton to go. But I think we have him covered, although we've gone deep. Oh, we've gone really deep there. That might allow Hamilton a go. In fact, Hamilton has had a go. And now we're going to try and get back alongside him for spoon curves, side by side. And that was a costly mistake, but we were able to salvage it. But Hamilton might be able to have a go out of into 130R. Verstappen wins the race. It's been a very anonymous race from us, though. Like I said, the pace, I just haven't had it at all. I'm not quite sure what it is about my pace that's been lacking. I've made a few mistakes in this race. That would amount for about 5, maybe 6, 7 seconds of it. But the rest of it, we just haven't had the pace. And in the end, it's P5.
And that's the end of the race.
I'm sorry.
See you in Parc Fermé.
And in the end, there was no Verstappen. Max Verstappen, he takes victory.
A great victory in their own right today, Crofty, but you know, there's more to it than that as well. They're here on home soil for the power unit supplier, and that means a lot to them, and it means a lot to the team as well.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
a very anonymous performance from us there. I'd like to say that it was the pace of the car, but Leclerc finished nearly 3 seconds off Max. And the reality is, I myself just didn't have the pace. I think it is very much Suzuka being a weak track for me, and it's a circuit I need to improve on. But like I said, I've struggled with it on pretty much every F1 game. But is what it is. It was a tough day. I'm just glad we're able to pick up a top 5 and get some points. But Max Verstappen is your winner. Charles Leclerc gets 2nd. Norris and Piastri get 3rd and 4th. I got 5th. Then it's Hamilton, Russell, Alonso, Perez and Stroll completing the top 10. Leclerc still leads the championship standings, but that gap has been reduced. Verstappen now 11 points off. I am 14 points off of Leclerc. I'm still in the hunt, but I cannot afford another race like that. I need to get back on the podium. Norris and Piastri are equal 4th on 27 points. Alonso and Russell are also equal on points. And then it's Hamilton, Tsunoda and Perez completing the top 10. And we're still leading the Constructors' Championship, but McLaren have closed the gap a little bit. Red Bull, still pretty much where they were before this race meeting. Mercedes 4th, Aston Martin 5th, Visa Cash App 6th, and then Sauber rounding out the point scorers.